Welcome. So in this video, they've gone live. Fortnum and Mason have released their Christmas shop. Not that they tell you on the telephone. They've gone for what's called a soft launch. So we're going to dive inside and see what Christmas decorations and features they've got for 2025. So join us as we go through the door of Fortnum and Mason for 2025, up on the first floor. Welcome in and welcome to the first floor. And have you got an extra log for the fire? Yeah, come and sit round my fireplace. It feels all Christmassy already. And with autumn here in London, this is the perfect time of year to get these Christmas decorations out. We're here at Fortnum and Mason. We're on the first floor and we're going to show you the Christmas decorations that they've got on offer this year. And believe you me, there's a couple of little surprises, like that fireplace I absolutely adore, and something kept me drawing, well, back time and time again to it. Plus, there's another little thing to show you as well, which is going to be developed. And that's all because I've been talking to the staff here at Fortnum and Mason. So if you get a chance, they're really, really helpful, but they also tell you everything that's going on as well. Anyway, if you fancy a duck for your Christmas tree, you're in luck. In luck with a duck. Absolutely. There it is. And there's another lot there as well. I think they've just given up the ghost. It's like feet up. I've had enough. Right, back to the serious matters. So if you're coming down to Fortnum and Mason, lots and lots of stuff that's available for all sorts of different themes, and we're going to show you all of that. Plus, we're also going to show you the Christmas cards and wrapping paper that they got on offer as well. And believe it or not, every year people ask me if I can cover it. Well, this year we have, and they've got some beautiful cards as well. And actually, for Fortnum and Mason, I thought the prices weren't too bad as some of the things, and we're going to drop some of those prices as well. Those cones there you go, they're £12 each, which... yeah, Fortnum and Mason prices are normally a lot more expensive than that. So yeah, I was quite pleasantly surprised. So here you've got your lovely bird decorations, and of course you can't be without an alligator on your Christmas tree. It's the same question I ask every year when I go to Liberty. Who puts an alligator on their Christmas tree? Go on, hands up, let us know down below. And then someone else is probably going to put, it's a crocodile. Oh, I don't care, you know, leathery thing. If you've got one of those, let us know in your comments down below, please. And how about these very, very decorative, colourful birds? And at £30 for each one of those, you want it to sing Happy Christmas and come and tuck you in after you've had too much to eat as well. Yeah, right, you've got the acorn type there, and these are massive. At £40, no matter where it's made, that is a large old bauble. I think it's also probably the way they've done the floor here with sort of the tiling effect in front, which really does bring it home. Anyway, if birds are your selection, they've got loads and loads on offer this year, which is good. And I love some of the decorative baubles as well. Plus, they've got all this section here for the beautiful smelling scent, well, boxes with the dried fruit in. And there you go. If you want one in a tree shape, you've got those as well. Now, if you like food on your tree, whilst here you've got some sort of tangerines and pears, etc., keep watching. We have a whole food-inspired section coming up a little bit later. And it's talking about those radishes down below there. If you're coming to London and fancy these Christmas decorations, fantastic. But if you're coming to London and are fed up with the pigeons, I'd avoid this basket here. There you go, you get your own pigeon as a souvenir to take home. Now they've got a couple of different decorations with your letters and initials in, but get in there quick before they all disappear. Here we go pink, and don't worry, we're going to come back to that telephone box in just a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's another one of their key features this year, and to be quite honest, if you want to see that, I'd get in early. Anyway, cake stand, fancy one of those on your Christmas tree, or lots and lots of presents wrapped up? There you go, you've got those decorations there. And if a unicorn's your thing, or even your children's thing, there you go. You've got different coloured unicorns there. Just don't drop it, otherwise it'll start looking like a horse when the horn breaks off. I love these decorations with the sort of the trees inside the glass bauble. Nothing else happens, it just hangs in a glass bauble and it looks very, very nice. They've also got a very, very wide collection of felt animals this year as well. Well, I say felt animals, felt things that you can hang from your tree. And this is only a small selection of it. We're going to show you those a little bit later as well. So I class these as the really colourful decorations, and if you're of a certain age, you'll be looking for a pencil to hang from your Christmas tree by the side of it, and if you're under a certain age, you'll have absolutely no idea what the heck I'm talking about. Anyway, that's a lovely sleigh there as well. Dust traps, ornaments for Christmas, if you fancy any of those, there you go. They've got a lovely selection there. Some lovely little houses as well as the lovely Christmas trees, all with glitter, which I managed to get all over my nose because I was just picking them up and having a look. So anyway, you've got those hot air balloons as well, plus a selection of books. Now, I'm cracking through this at a fair pace because I want to give you an overview of everything that they've got this year here at Fortnum and Mason. There are other channels that will spend a lot longer going more in depth. So if you fancy having a closer look at some of the stuff, hit the pause button here. Now let me tell you about this phone box. Get in here and get in here now. The door opens and it's a great place to come and have a photo taken. And look up there, here you go, you've got glitter balls as well. But the news on the street talking to the staff is they're going to turn this into a photo booth. So this is going to be one of those Instagrammable places that's going to go mad before Christmas. So I would definitely get up here early and come and have your picture taken. A member of staff did actually take my picture, which I was going to share with you, but they didn't take my picture. I don't know what they did with my phone and I didn't check it at the time. So I have got a picture of myself in the phone box. It's just somewhere in the ether somewhere. So something I've noticed this year is the lack of wreaths. Now, well, over the last few years that we've been covering Christmas on this channel, there's been loads of wreaths in all these places, and actually this is the only couple that I managed to find in Fortnum and Mason. And I thought the same when I was in Liberty and also Harrods, so maybe they're on a bit of a downward trend. Who knows? But anyway, if you like your Christmas all gary and sort of popping at you, well, this is definitely the tree and these are the certain decorations. I'll tell you something else I've noticed this year as well. Previous years, they've named their different types of decorations and they put names to it, so it's like a theme. This year, not so many, and I thought that Liberty definitely did, Harrods, but I've also been to Selfridges, and the video for that will be coming out very, very shortly as well, but they didn't have that as well. So different types of decorations, different types of themes, but some of them actually not named. Now, something we also haven't really covered in previous years, which I always get a request for when I go back and revisit these places sort of November when they've got their Christmas windows, is the selection of Christmas cards available, but also the wrapping paper and other accessories. So, especially for you guys, how about these? These are packs of cards that you can get in Fortnum and Mason this year. And also, we're going to show you some cards which are 3D, which actually pop out and you can make, and they look fantastic, and I was very, very surprised at the price as well. What I also like is the fact that you've got the different themes of Christmas cards, so you can go really Christmassy if you want, or if you want to go London, you can, or if you want to just go Christmas Fortnum and Mason, just to show how posh you are, well, how potential posh you are, and the fact that you've spent an absolute fortune in buying Christmas cards for someone, you can do that as well. And if you really want to go it in style, you can buy your sheets of wrapping paper here. Yeah, not quite your 5 meters roll, is it, from down the market? Now we are in Fortnum and Mason. All right, let's have a look at these amazing cards. Now, all of these sort of pop out at 3D, so they're flat packed, and then when you open them, you can sort of then turn them, and they come out at you, and I just love these. And there's also a Fortnum and Mason one we're going to show you in a second as well. So again, with these 3D cards, they come at you and you've got all of the different types. They go from traditional to, well, more modern ones as well. Now, what you've also got is there you go, how about this for a scene? Yeah, you can imagine what's going to happen, don't you? Someone's going to drop it and then break it, and it's going to be flattened for Christmas. And there you go, you've got the Christmas train as well, all set up. Now, this took my attention. It's a sort of a 3D Fortnum and Mason card. And how much do you think this will cost you? You're going to be surprised. I was. It's only £5.50. Now, I say only £5.50, but let's face it, you're at Fortnum and Mason prices, and it's a sort of Fortnum and Mason colour as well, so if you fancy that, and there you go, a nice 3D gingerbread hut as well. So for you guys that like the Christmas accessories, the cards, the wrapping paper and all the other little bits and pieces that go with it, this is especially for you. Oh, don't forget we got crackers, and we've also got some of the advent calendars still to come, and much more in the way of Christmas decorations. And I'd call this, well, if I was going to name it, the more traditional Christmas decorations. Your golds, your reds, etc. And look at those snow globes. Have you noticed something? They haven't been shaken. And why? They're Mackenzie Child, and just look at some of the prices. There you go. If you want those decorations, it's going to cost you, yeah, quite a lot of money. So we're not going anywhere near those. And if you want that nativity scene, yes, did you see the price on that? £400 for that nativity scene. Well, it is Mackenzie Child. Let's face it, we saw that when we were in Harrods, when we covered there back in July. So if you're taking a look at this stuff and thinking, cool, I really fancy it, but I'm not coming anywhere near London in the too distant future, then you can go online. I'd suggest you do it very, very quick, because let's face it, if you haven't got it by November, it's going to take a while to ship out to you. And you can go online at fortnumandmason.com. That's fortnumandmason.com, where you can find all their Christmas accessories to order online for delivery around the world. Now, last year they had these candles, but you could only buy them in sets of 3, and now you've got them individually, so I think they've done much, much better this year. So, my view on the Christmas decorations at Fortnum and Mason versus what we've seen so far? Actually, do you know what? I really like them. They've got a really good cross-section. Where would I rank it? I'd probably rank it about the same as Liberty. I always love Liberty Christmas decorations, and it could well be something to do with the environment and the setting that it's in, but I really think this year it's so much better at Fortnum and Mason. Last year, I was really disappointed, and you might well have been able to pick that up in the tone of my voice in the video. This year, much, much better. I think it's probably got something to do with that wonderful fireplace, which I was drawn to, I don't know how many times, but I didn't film every time I went to it. But also that telephone box as well. I think they just look absolutely fantastic. And I think this year, Fortnum and Mason has definitely taken an uptick. And the other thing that surprised me is the pricing. So if you fancy these hanging from your tree, these stagecoaches, £12 they'll set you back. Remember, they're London prices, okay? They're not normal prices, it's London prices, and it's Fortnum and Mason, so they are different. Right, you food fiends. Yes, no, you're not a food fiend, but I'm saying those that are food fiends who'd like to hang food from their Christmas tree, this is your area. Coffee pots, oysters, champagne buckets, you name it, you've got it here. This is your section. And also, I love the fact that we're going back to the 70s with these prawn cocktails. Is it me? Right next to the caviar. Yeah, you're going one end and the other. Anyway, maybe they're back in vogue. Or maybe they're not prawns. And anyway, if you fancy your Christmas food, this is the stuff for your tree here. And then you can top it all off with a nice cocktail at the top. So far we've covered Harrods, where it opened back in July. We've also been to Liberty, which opened in early September, and now that's Fortnum and Mason. We've got Selfridges around the corner. I went there the same day, and that's going to come next week, the video on that one, so stay tuned for that. But also, we still have John Lewis Christmas decorations to go as well. And then, of course, when Christmas season hits, then we'll be covering the turn on of all the lights in the streets around London, all over the place, including the really lovely places such as Belgravia and also Chelsea, as well as down Carnaby Street. Now, Carnaby Street is always the first to go, or has been over the previous years, and the only light switch on that we know of so far is that one, and that is on the 6th of November. We're waiting for all of the other dates to come, so I'm guessing it's going to be a slightly later switch on than normal, because previously it's been about the 2nd, so we're going to be covering that here on the channel. Now, if you're coming to London for something special, a holiday, bit of a vacation, or just a nice weekend break, then you might want to catch one of those nutcrackers to take back at £20. Not too bad. You can stand it on the side, or you can hang it from the tree if you like. And there you go. And that's the prices of the other nutcrackers that they have there, ranging from £100 to £200, depending on the size. So one of the things I can't wait for are the Christmas windows of Fortnum and Mason. For me, for the last few years, they have been the best windows of the lot. Why? Because they always make them quite playful. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to make sure you catch all of the Christmas things that are happening in London, this year, then do subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so we can tell you every single time we have a new video. And we have 3 videos a week that we put up, so certainly something that you'll want to make sure that you subscribe to. Now, having a look at these plushies, you've got the Fortnum and Mason one. How much do you think that is? Go on, have a little guess. If you want that Fortnum and Mason square, that's going to set you back £40. So this is why the pricing this year has surprised me, because you go for those decorations like that carriage that we showed you earlier for £12, yet you go for that plush there and that's 40. I suppose it's the Fortnum and Mason bit. And if you want a hand decorated baubles, these are your scene. Interestingly, they're up high. I wonder why that is. I wonder how many breakages they've had over previous years. So I'd be really interested to know what your thoughts are on the decorations that you've seen so far. There you go, you've got the £40 ones again, but those soldier ones, the sort of the Beefeater ones and the Father Christmas ones, they're £19.95. So it really does vary in price. But anyway, do let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on the decorations that you've seen here? Oh, by the way, we've still got the classic Fortnum and Mason, well, the more heavier decorations which hang on the tree, still to come. So here you've got the cat, which of course has been the star of the window in the previous years of the Christmas decorations. And then you've got more plushes there. There you go, sort of a nutcracker plush there, soldier at £22. So it really does vary. If you want to see individual prices, do go to the website that I mentioned earlier, because a number of those will be on there. The other bit I like as well is the fact that they've just sort of dangled that red drapery across, just to make it feel a bit more, well, a bit more special. Look at the candelabra there in the middle, just to make it feel a bit more special. Oh, there's the fireplace. Sorry, had to feature it again. Fantastic. Right, if you want advent calendars, yeah, they do advent calendars and they do them in style. These ones, well, it's the store ones, and you've got the dog one, which they've had over previous years, and all of these have got sort of wooden boxes in them, so you can put treats in there for your pet if you really want to. Yeah, they're the vast ones, and these are the big crackers as well. And these, well, these range in price, but anything up to £1,000 for these boxes of crackers. For that, you want it cooking the turkey dinner as well as going bang when you pull them. Now, one thing I didn't see is the sort of the normal advent calendars that they have, the ones with the smaller bits of chocolate that fall out. They're normally around £20. But when we come here and capture the Christmas windows, we'll also capture the Christmas food and the Christmas treats as well. Okay, so we'll make sure we cover that later in a video, which will bring you at some point in November. So earlier we showed you the different letters you could get sort of in the sort of porcelain style. There you've got the plushies in, of course, the Fortnum and Mason colour. And of course, what collection of Christmas would be done without having these ones? Yes, the hot air balloons, the tea set, also the tea caddy, and also the picnic basket as well. And of course, what tree would be able to maintain the weight of these? Yeah, probably a false one, which is reinforced several times over. Although these ones, the clock ones, I haven't seen them like that in previous years, so I think they've been introduced this year. So we may well see those over the few years to come. And there you go, you can just see some of the prices on there as well. Now, Fortnum and Mason have opened their Christmas department, and they've opened it in the middle of September, but it's this bit of space that really grabbed my attention. And when speaking to a member of staff, this has been closed since January, and something major is going to happen when it's unveiled in October. We'll be back. So, what did you think? Did you like the Christmas decorations? What did you think to that fireplace? I've got to admit, that fireplace and that telephone box are really, really key features. And I tell you what, that telephone box, we got in it now, but I tell you, wait until later nearer Christmas, not a hope in hell. Yes, it becomes a photo box. That is going to be the Instagrammable place to be, I think, for 2025, for Christmas 2025. Anyway, hope you thoroughly enjoyed that. Now, if you fancy some more Christmas decorations, and you haven't seen our video on Liberty, I've put that in the top right hand corner for you. So if you click on that video, we'll see you in there. And they have got a fabulous selection for 2025 as well. See you in there.